Hey everyone, we're walking to the back half of my woods here, and I noticed a few things, lot of things. This flower right here is called moth mullein, and it really has not too many uses. I know it is a good actually cockroach repellent. It's considered an invasive weed, and I know in Colorado it's one of their worst weeds they have. It kind of resembles hollyhock in some ways. It's got a nice fuzzy stem. This plant, I'm pretty sure the seeds of this plant are one of the best in the world, because one of the experiments they did is they took, I want to say, about 125 different seeds and had them in the ground just sitting there, and after about 80 years the seeds of this moth mullein plant, about 50% of them still germinated, and that was the best seed thing that came out of the experiment. So this seed is super hardy, and that's why it is considered an invasive species, because it just doesn't go away. But next to it, we have all sorts of things. We have big broadleaf plantains, a bunch of them. We got fleabane. We have more heel-all plants. And right here, we have Queen's Anne's lace, of course, carrot. More plantains, more fleabane. Right here we have the different kind of plantain, which is the narrow leaf kind, which is probably a little tastier for most folks. Right here we have a clover plant. You can just eat all that right up, and you can see all in here. This is all small Queen's Anne's lace. More moth mullein. Bunch of things. Narrowleaf plantain, milkweed, there's so many good plants in here. We got what looks to be sour dock right here. So right here, like if I was hungry, I could eat a lot of these things right here. We got some daisies over there. It's a nice example of where a lot of wild edibles are. A lot of in the fields, in the open, because mostly the deeper in the woods you go, the less wild edibles you'll actually see. It's just how it goes. Let's continue on our journey here. I was digging through this little patch of weeds here. I found a bloodroot plant, a little bloodroot plant, and it's a little banged up right now, and that's what snails and slugs do, is they eat the leaves. That's why I really kind of don't like them. Well, here's a little baby bloodroot, and that's always awesome to see. Of course it's not too big to dig up at all. I'll leave it. And next year it will come back, because it's definitely already went to seed. It's July. And hopefully there'll be 2 or 3 of them next year that I can keep a watch out. And what I found here is the nettle plant. Now you definitely don't want to really touch this, because it'll irritate your skin and not make you feel super well. But this actually is one of the oldest plants ever used of all time. Back in the 10th century, it was one of the 9 plants on the herb charm list. which they used very much for medical reasons back then. And the young leaves on this plant are extremely edible. People eat this plant everywhere. I know in Germany they use it for arthritis big time. And you can even take the leaves and dry them and make it into a tea. The flower on this plant is also used for a tea. The Indians used to collect these all the time when nothing else was around and cook them and eat nettles. The leaves are super high in A and C vitamins. It's really a neat plant if it just doesn't touch your skin. And I just walked through some of the thickest stuff of my life. And then I got to here. And then, whoa, it's wide open. It's real nice to walk through, but it's because the beaver's been here. He's cleared out everything around here. Which actually, I kind of don't like because I like trees and I don't like to come down. But it's nice to walk through. The beaver, as you probably all know, is the only other animal that affects his environment around him as much as humans. But for me, it just worked out right there. Big beaver dam. And right here is a good example of red or purple clovers. You can always tell it's a clover because of that little mark on the leaf. Here's a white clover too. And clovers are real nice. I mean, you can just pick them like this and you can just eat it if you want. I like the taste. I know the clover leaves and this are really good for making teas. Clovers everywhere here. I'm just sitting here watching for deer and the skeeters are killing me. So what I decided to do, start a little fire. And it helps with the skeeters for sure. Made my time so much better. You can see my smoke going all the way over there. Well folks, you know what that means. That means night's coming. So that's about it of this episode, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.